Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you all have had a good week. Wanted to go live today with 5 things that happened this week. And hopefully something I say will hope to encourage you. So I wanted to start with an update on my garden. Let me flip ya. So we've had a very dry week, but not much rain. But we've had a lot of things popping. In fact, today I saw my first Cosmo. Isn't that beautiful? And the zinnias are doing great. They are starting to get bigger. And my dahlias are coming back, the really pretty pink ones. So that's really good. And then we've got a bunch of stuff coming up here in this box. This was a bunch of seeds. And I've got a bunch of little things starting to pop up. Little things peeking through. These sunflowers are popping, doing great. And my blackberry bush. Amelia likes to make blackberry cobbler for my husband. He loves blackberries. And the trumpet flowers, and my sunflower tree back here, one side of it fell, which is kind of sad, but it's still doing okay, so that's good. And I've got, these guys are going great. And here's Indy, there's Penny, and these guys are doing good too. Everything over here is doing really good. So yeah, everything is just flourishing like crazy, which is great. I did lose, unfortunately, one of my sunflowers fell over. I think the dogs knocked it, but I think it's still hanging in there. And Zoe, she got a puppy cut. So anyways, that's that with the garden. It's a beautiful day. So anyways, I'm gonna come back in, and I wanted to show you guys something that I made in Etsy. I'm gonna flip you again really quick. Sales are terrible, but this is an item that I used to make. It is a tea house box, and somebody bought one recently. I haven't been selling much of them, but it's a really cute little tea house box. And I used to make them all the time. And I just wanted to show you that you put the tea in. Let me see if I can see it. And you fill it up, and you can pull the tea bags out. And you can personalize it. And this is for somebody named Ingrid. And you can see on the sides of it, it goes all the way around like this. Isn't that just the cutest little thing? And this cap comes off so you can fill it with the tea. And so yeah, but unfortunately, sales really suck right now. Things are so dead. I can't even tell you how dead. And I really, really need them to pick up. Or I need something else to do. And it's been really hard trying to find another job to do in the meantime. Something that I can do and still deal with all the problems that my mom's got at the same time. So if anybody knows anything, please let me know. So anyways, an update on my mom. She continues to have a low oxygen. I'm not sure if I told you about that last week, which is not good. And she refuses to wear the oxygen, so it's a constant fight to try to get her to put it on. And she basically, so anyways, they put her on a Z-Pack. They're going to try to see if it's infection, and it is getting a little better. So we're hoping, well, I'm praying that it doesn't turn into pneumonia, which would be horrible. But it's not acting really that sick. I mean, she does have a cough now, and so they're going to try and see if the Z-Pack will help that, get rid of infection if that's what it is. And then I had a hard time getting a hold of her this week. She wasn't in the room each time I checked in. And so I ended up going again last night because I hadn't talked to her in 2 days, and that just seems really odd to me, not to talk to her. at least, just to check in. So anyways, we went last night, and she was pretty confused again. That's the weirdest thing, is that, when she tries to have a conversation, she's just kind of going off into kind of like a whole different direction, which is really weird. And I think maybe the low oxygen might have something to do with that, because, if you don't get enough oxygen to your brain, that doesn't help. But anyways, she did call me Sunday with a very weird delusion. I haven't heard of this one before, which was she was at a shopping mall that we didn't really shop at all that much as a kid. She didn't go there very often, but she said she was there and she's trying to find the car and get home. And of course, we went round and round about that. But I guess, it's just, it's really hard, because it's like, I don't want her to think. Can you imagine thinking you're somewhere and you don't have transportation, you're stuck, and I didn't want her to feel like that. But, at the same time, I kept trying to tell her the truth, but it really wasn't connecting. So my question is if you have a loved one that does that, and needs to get somewhere or wants to go home, what do you tell them? Because it's so hard to know exactly what to do, and then another weird thing that happened is I got a call from one of the nurses there who I really, really liked. And she was telling me that the nursing home had gone over her meds and had decided that they wanted to take her off like half of them. And I was just astounded by that. And I was like, absolutely not. What is the basis for that? And why wasn't I included? And she was like, okay, don't worry. It's fine. I'll make sure that they don't change anything. And I'm like, yeah, well, please make sure of that. And this did not come from hospice, which I know, you'd think it would have, but it didn't, because hospice is not asking me to take care off of anything. So anyways, thankfully my standing up for that and saying, no, don't do it, worked, and they're not going to change anything. So at least that's good. So anyways, that's that. And then I just want to talk really quick. I've been listening to Audible lately, and I'm finding it, really help kind of quiet my mind. And I've been listening actually to the book Spare, which is, Prince Harry's book. And I know there's a lot of controversy on that, and it took me a while to finish it, but I did finish it last night. And I have to say, I really feel for him, and I can really relate. Not anything on the royal level, of course, but I can relate with, the complicated relationship with a sibling, and, the death stuff, and, him not have, and I just can't even imagine him not being able to see his mother and being told she died and living with that. And I personally just think, I really feel happy for him that he found Megan, and I really hope it's the relationship that he says it is, and I think that's great that he found somebody that he loves that much and that they love each other that much. And I know there's so much controversy, but what do you guys think? If you guys follow the royals and stuff, I'm not a huge royal watcher person and stuff, but I really enjoyed that book, and I really felt like it was true, and that was really his truth, and I'm really glad that he was able to speak it, So anyways, just wanted to end with a little bit of prayer. First, before I do that, I was watching something this morning on Faith Friday, GMA, and the guy today was talking about the power of connection and kindness, and he was saying, don't stand on issues, but walk with people. And I really liked that, especially with how divided this country is, we don't all have to agree on the same thing, but we can still, get along with each other and find other things to have in common and still be kind. So anyways, that's that, and we'll just end with a little bit of prayer. Just continue to keep my friend Jonna in prayer. She's doing better physically, but she's also looking for work. And of course, my friend Josh, he's had a rough week. He's lost some people in his life. He's had 2 losses this week, which I'm sure is really difficult. Continue to pray for his health, and his mom, his aunt. Also continue to keep my friend Kathy Cena's son's friend Daniel in your prayers for healing. My friend Michelle's nephew. And if anybody else needs prayers, please let me know. And also, let's pray for Ukraine, stop this senseless war. Pray for Israel, for peace. Pray for stop the hate for the LGBTQIA plus community. Stop anti-Semitism. Help the women in Iran have their freedoms. Get rid of these guns, these horrible guns of mass destruction. And, you know, if anybody else needs prayer, please let me know. I hope you guys have a good week. Taylor Swift's coming to town here this weekend, so I'm sure it's going to be crazy nuts. I just can't even believe the prices for her concerts. It's just insane to me. You know, it shouldn't be that expensive for sure, but, you know, if you're going, hope you have a good time. So anyways, I hope y'all have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.